Are we on the air?
You are now tuned into Elevations Radio, your station for uplifting lifestyle, wellness talk, and indie music radio.
Views expressed on shows are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hey fam, welcome to the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves show here on elevationsradio.com, home of the best indie music you'll find online and some of the hottest talk shows on radio. I am your host, Greg Bam Reeves, and I am so glad to be back. Seems like it's been forever since I've been on air. We've had some, some weather issues here in Cleveland. For those of you in other countries, cities, states that you're in, we just got beat up by Mother Nature. I don't know what she was mad about, but she beat us up for a couple of days. Now we're in the 60s, and we'll be dropping back down into the 30s tomorrow. Anyway, or tonight, something like that. So this is the Let's Be Real show, and it is brought to you by Cat's Law LLC. Cat's Law is located on 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio, 44146. That phone number is 216-313-0501. And they practice in personal injury, employment, and corporate law. They offer free consultation and continued correspondence to keep you informed of the status of your case. Now, many attorneys offer free consultation. So they ain't no big deal. It is a big deal because Sergi Katz and his team are very personable. They make you feel welcome. It's like a family atmosphere. You don't feel like you're dealing with some corporation. You go in there, you're going to be comfortable. They offer you coffee, like a Keurig coffee and tea and waters and Halloween candy. And yeah, they got all that on the front desk. You go in there and get instant diabetes. But seriously, Cat's Law when you need us most. That's Sergi Katz. And also you can find them on the web at www.catslaw.com. And I am waiting on Sergi to call me in a minute for our legal question of the week. Hi, Robin. Hello. Haven't seen you in a long time. That's my producer, Robin Hill. And I was going to wait, but I'm going to introduce her right now because I'm too excited. My guest today is Desiree Yarbrough.
Hello.
Welcome. We're going to get all into you in just a minute. But first, real quick, let us know what you do.
Well, I teach music for a program called Winning in America. I basically teach citizenship through music. Also, I have a dance studio called D Square Studios located in Garfield Heights, Ohio. I teach step, majorette, and hip hop. And also, I have an after-school program for a company called Step in School, and that is in called Noble Academy off of 200th and St. Clair.
Okay. Yeah. Sergi, is that you?
That is. How are you?
All right. Good to be back. Good to hear your voice.
I'm glad you're healthy. We're all praying for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, people, I was in the hospital for a couple of days this week. My little heart was acting up, but I'm good to go now. My ticker's back going, and I'm glad to be back. So thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. I had talked about this at work. With I always talk to my coworkers about everything, the little 20-something-year-olds, and we were talking about personal injury, because when you think of personal injury, the first thing you think of is car accident. And I'm like, okay, what other? Because if you're dealing with a hospital, that's more like negligence, I would think. So I wanted to know, what all does personal injury entail?
Sure. So, you actually just said the key term, knowingly or unknowingly, apparently, heard it somewhere, negligence, right?
Yeah.
So the short of it, personal injury is any time you're hurt by the negligence of somebody else, right? So the simplest thing is you're hurt in a car accident because somebody negligently ran a stop sign, wasn't driving straight, right? That's pretty common.
Okay.
Some other types of injuries, personal injury, also include things that you're not negligent, right? If you're injured on the job, I mean, you could be doing everything the right way.
Okay.
It could even be your fault, right? But you're personally injured. It's still considered personal injury, except it's through workers' comp, right?
Okay.
That's the only time that if you're injured due to your fault or not your fault, you're entitled to essentially compensation is if you're on the job, and that's workers' compensation, right? Because you're injured on the job.
Right.
In any other type of personal injury, there has to be some type of negligence. So if your listeners recall, when we were talking about, if you're injured in a slip and fall on the ice, right?
Yeah.
If you don't do anything, then there's no negligence on the homeowners or the shop's premise, right?
Right.
The whole point of that conversation was, but if you take it upon yourself to shovel the driver or salt the driver or whatnot, you're negligently doing it.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
To answer your question, I mean, personal injury is a very broad area of the law. I mean, in short, it's any time there's injury to your person, right?
That's
the
not your fault.
Injury could happen. Correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're at your buddy's house and you're walking up the steps, you fall through the steps, or you slip through the steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just as if you were at a shop. I mean, you're personally injured, and that's why people have homeowners insurance.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So I go to the hospital for an injury, and it's mistreated. You know what I mean? Like, I go in there with my elbow hurt, and they wrap up my finger. I mean, that's causing another injury. You know what I mean?
I mean, if they break your finger, right, then
Right.
they're causing injury to you, and that's malpractice.
Okay.
Right? But the
Right.
malpractice is still it's still related to your personal injury. It's just a different type of name, right? It's
Right.
personal injury. You're in a car accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're injured because somebody committed malpractice. You go in there to have for an EKG on your heart, right? And they take out a liver.
Yeah. Okay. Right. That's what I was trying to get to.
I'm sure if your listeners Google it, right, it's happened more than once, more than twice.
Because I think, like me, during our conversation we had at work, a lot of people just thought those were different. Those were separate things, like malpractice, negligence. It's not the same as personal injury, because we only hear personal injury in connection with like car accidents. Like you said, at work, that's workers'
Correct.
comp, and you know what I mean. So I was just wondering where those things under the same umbrella.
It's the same principle, different names, different areas of law. But anytime you're injured, your person, that's personal injury, right? I mean, you get into a bar fight, right?
Right.
If the bar overserved the person that you got into a fight with, you can go after the bar. It's under the Gram Shop Act, right? Which basically says the bars have to watch how much people they serve. You're still going after them for personal injury, and the whole basis of personal injury is to compensate you for your medical bills as well as injury to you.
Okay,
the pain and suffering aspect.
I gotta say this. Now, this isn't the reason I brought this up. It's just a coincidence. 2 weeks ago, I broke my nose at a bar, so I'm gonna have to get some free consultation from you later on.
Sure. Now here's the thing. If you broke your nose because you got too drunk and slipped and fell, that's on you. Now if your friend or somebody else got too drunk and broke your nose for you, you can go after that person.
Yeah, because I want to go up there.
You can go after the bar.
I want to see the tape because I don't remember driving home. I remember packing up my van.
Well, don't say you didn't drive home. You called an Uber, right, Greg?
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I gotcha.
I got another question.
You're on air.
So my question is, all right, so I can't get a life insurance policy because the UH somehow put in the records that I've had 3 heart attacks and I've had none. I'm totally healthy. And so I got is there a personal injury there? Because I can't get, life insurance and the such.
No.
No. Okay.
Sure. So no, there's no personal injury there because you haven't been injured. You haven't had any physical injury. Unfortunately, moral distress is kind of hard to show unless, you actually go to somebody, and to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and they actually document that you've been emotionally distraught because of this, right? So in those types of instances, there can be recovery for that. In your case, have you actually tried to call the hospital and say, hey, you need to fix my records? I
have not, because it's been. We'll talk. We'll have to talk. But I got you. Yeah, I mean, the short of it, I had a client where, without mentioning names, and basically she went in and the doctor wrote a bunch of stuff. I mean, they wrote she's married, she's on all these pills, she's a single woman, right? Mm-hmm. Part of the records we had to get corrected, and it was a huge process. And I actually found out that if they don't correct the records, if you notify them and they don't correct the records timely, you could actually file a complaint with the medical board. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
So,
okay.
Ways to fix that.
Well, thank you so much. I think you just got 2 customers.
There you go.
And I will talk to you next Thursday. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. You have a great rest of the show.
Thank you. You too. That was Sergi Katz from Katz Law LLC. Once again, that location is 675 Northfield Road in Bedford, Ohio, 44146. That phone number is 216-313-0501. And like I said before, free consultation, www.katzlaw.com. Phone lines are open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. We are going to be talking about different ways to connect with our youth, because a lot of us don't understand these little kids nowadays. I started to call them my favorite word, but I can't use that on radio. And
you have a favorite word for kids?
I'll say it. I like calling kids bastards, just in a joking way, because you little bastard, come here. I just think it's funny. I don't mean it. I love kids. I really do. But I thought you would be the perfect person to have on this show, because you deal with kids all the time.
Yes, I am with them on a regular basis, 7 days a week. I have 3 kids of my own, so yeah.
Now, I wanted to know, I want to get to that, your step thing, 'cause that just amazed me. But before I get to that, okay, why dance? Why did you get into dance?
I got into dance because of my children that were on my step team. We had to come up with different intros and exits during our step routines. So a lot of my girls, they're very good at dancing. So I think a competition came up from another group called Reality Check. And they're a local dance crew in Cleveland. And my girls came to me and asked, Miss Yarbrough, can we try out for this? Can we do this? And I was like, I don't know. Y'all got to come up with something. And if you got something, come back to me. Mm-hmm. And they came back to me, and it was good. So
you send them on their way to go create something and bring it back to you.
They got to have something almost together in order for us to get started. Most definitely. We're not coming straight here when there's nothing. You haven't created anything.
Right.
They definitely have to.
And do you only work with girls, or?
That's my passion. Little girls is, as far as after school programs, yes. Mm-hmm. I've only been working with little girls. But this year, on my step team in Noble Academy, I have 3 boys now.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that, and they're very good. They are awesome.
Okay.
Good kids.
I was amazed because, I was looking at some of your videos and stuff to kind of do a little background on what you do. This is like Greek stepping.
Yes, it is.
I was amazed. I'm like, what do these kids do? I expected to see some West Side Story, half ballet, half modern dance. I'm like, these kids are stepping.
Yeah, they step hard. I'm a member of the sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Mm-hmm. My 20-year anniversary will be 4/17/99.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And I really got into the whole culture of stepping, and just I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood in Connecticut. So when I got the chance to be involved in something and go out and look for something, sororities and fraternities was something definitely that I was interested in. And then being in there, and I started stepping. My soror, Shantae Coaston, that's my homie, that's my big. I hope she's listening. She's the one that got me all the way together and got me to stepping, and from there, I just been going from there.
And we got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Nina Hunt, and I came in to. Hey, Greg Bam Reeves.
How you doing?
Coolest people on your show today that I couldn't do anything but stop what I was doing to say a big shout out to Desiree Yarbrough, who was my daughter's step coach.
Hey.
You know everybody, don't you? Everybody call in my show, come on my show, you know them.
How about that?
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm not complaining. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I'm back out in Los Angeles. I just got here perhaps a week ago, and I've traveled with one of Desiree's, traveled with one of her dance groups. Like I said, she's my daughter was on her step team.
Okay.
That would have been
Trying to get her to come
Desiree
back.
Hunt.
I know who this is. I was trying to get my baby to come back. I send her text messages at least 2 or 3 times a week.
You know, she did. She mentioned that. You might need to holler at her soon. Just before I left for the airport, I know she had twisted her ankle. I don't know. That stepping she has down. Walking, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
She must have been stepping to some R. Kelly. That's why she got injured.
No, we don't step to R. Kelly, baby.
That's what they don't do.
No. Every
You
time
better tell him.
Every time I hear Step, I think of Step in the Name of Love. Now I'm mad at myself that song even come to my mind.
No, you need to check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Definitely. I did.
Right.
I saw some of the videos. That's y'all tight.
So, thank you. Yes.
You're amazing. And I just wanted to say to Desiree that you are definitely I don't know, it's like you're just this walking commercial for these children, and a lot of people aren't aware of the work that you're doing within the community, and I don't know, you heighten my daughter's you motivate children, and you keep her self-esteem on a it's just off the chart, and I can't. There's nothing. I mean, if I would try to pay you, they haven't printed enough money. That's my point. If I would pay you for what you've done for my daughter, and while I'm out here, I'm looking at doing some sponsorship for. I'm trying to. I cannot think of the name. What is wrong with
for the Let's Be Real show? You doing sponsorship for the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves show?
That would be for the step team. When they go to Atlanta, they light them up.
Yeah, we go to Atlanta to a national step competition in June.
Okay.
And that's what she's speaking of. It takes a lot of hard work and money to get them kids down there. We take a charter bus of about 30, 40 kids. I take additional kids as well.
Wow.
Take them down there and just teach them how to travel, teach them how to be aware, teach them how to have fun,
That's
in a safe
That's
way.
Really cool.
I'm like a mama at them, watch them taking their money out their pockets, all of that. If they don't do that right, I'm on their back.
Yeah,
I just love it.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Nina, for
And you're
calling in.
amazing. I couldn't let. I would have been remiss to let this opportunity go by without saying thank you, Desiree Yarbrough.
Thank you.
And that guy you're sitting next to, he all right.
He all right. Yeah, he cool. He cool.
Well, thank you.
Greg.
I love you too. You be careful out there. Have a safe trip back.
Be safe.
Absolutely, both of you guys. Take care.
Yeah. Bye bye.
So now, what is the age range of the kids you work with?
I work with girls, I gotta say children now, from the age of 7 all the way to 17. So as long as they're within elementary, middle school, or high school. I work with them. Once you get into college, I'm pray that I did all the things that I was supposed to do. You know, to get you to college. So if you come back, you're coming on my level, not on another level.
I have another caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is John.
You breaking up?
My name is Jonathan Bobo.
Oh, okay. How's it going?
I'm blessed.
Okay, what you got a question for us?
No, I don't have no specific question. I just wanted to. I'm just a friend, and I just wanted to just let her know I'm very proud of her. You know what I'm saying? Of her accomplishment.
There you go.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Well, we sure appreciate it, bro.
I don't know how to take all these compliments. I'm not a person. I'm usually a person behind the scenes, so it's kind of hard to, you know, hear people say great things about me, and I got to get used to that.
Yeah. And you're gonna get a lot of that.
I appreciate it.
Just like you're teaching these young kids, you need to teach some of us adults how to relate to the kids the way you do.
It's not that hard though. You just gotta listen to them. And then you just got to know the right words to say. Like I wanted to know the word that you said that you use. You know, you say with the word that you think when you think of kids. You said bastard. Okay.
Yeah. No,
bastard.
that's no.
I mean, I know that is funny, you know, but
Right.
it's just on all how you deliver to them, or how you gonna get them, and how they gonna respond to you. You know, I call all kids kings and queens.
Right.
And that's because, and I'm apologize to all my kids that think I'm saying that for another reason, but for the main reason is because I work around so many kids and I don't remember all their names.
Right.
You know, so I had to find a way to say something to the kids that would get their attention. Kings and queens. Why you calling me a king? Why you calling me a queen? That ain't my name. So now you mad at me because I'm calling you a king or a queen.
Right.
All right. Cool. And then they look at me like I'm crazy. And then from there, they trying to figure out what the next thing I'm going to say. You know, and then every time I see them, you're a king or you queen. You know, until I learn their names. Some of them I learn their names, but most of them, just being honest, it's just too many children. You know, but I give them that respect from the first second that they see me. Eye contact, I make them give me eye contact the first time they talk to me. They have to stand up in their royalty. I learned that from my boss, brother Akil. They have to stand up tall and look me in my eyes when they talk to me. And if they don't do that, we can't have a conversation.
Okay.
So that's
like
the first and foremost that we have to do. If you can't get that, you're not going to get my attention. So kids want my attention.
And of course, they naturally want your attention. They want to be part of the step team and your other endeavors. You do more than just step team, right?
I do. That's basically what I do. My sister, Melanie Yarbrough, shout out to her. I'm pretty sure she's listening.
Rob Frost mentioned on the last show.
Yeah, my sister, she's an awesome playwright. Now she's jumping with these paint and sips everywhere.
Yeah, I see them
everywhere.
Right.
But she's always had that dance background, and it was funny that now she's dancing, because when we was young, she ain't had rhythm whatsoever. None. So it's crazy that she was the dancer. But she's the dance coach. I do the step team, and I'm the mama of everybody.
Right.
You know, so I don't try to be. I'm just, you know, I just got that demeanor. Like I don't play. And I don't play with kids either. I don't want you to get me wrong. Like I sit there and play with kids to try to make them like me. I don't do that.
Right.
You know, we don't play. We have fun. I tell them that.
Yeah.
But playing, we ain't doing it.
I know the video I saw, the steps was so tight. I'm like, that's a lot of work. That's some work. Yeah. You can't just. I remember I was in a dance group growing up. You know, we go to clubs and do the line dance and stuff, and we practiced a lot. And I don't think people realize how much we practice, because we want to be the best, and a lot of people consider us the best. Shout out to the Untouchables. But no, and I'm looking at your video. I'm like, oh, see, that's way beyond what we were doing. I mean, and plus, I didn't go to college when I was younger. I didn't go to college after I was grown, so I was never in a fraternity. And now, going into that, do you teach them about the Greek life, or is it strictly just about stepping?
I have to teach them about Greek life. I know about it, so I have to teach them. They will not be able to go to college and say that they don't know the basic things that they need to know as far as etiquette, as far as being respectful to these organizations. You know?
Right.
And, you know, if they're interested, how to go about letting them know that you're interested. But my main thing is just to have them to go to college, you know, and using stepping as a way to get them to that point, you know, because most of these sororities and fraternities, you have to be in your second or third year or second or third semester in order to get into those organizations, and you got to have a certain grade point average and all of that to get in. Doing community service, and I make my girls do that too. We volunteer and we do things as well. So yes, I'm definitely preparing them to want a better life. I don't want my girls coming up thinking that the only way that they can make some money or, you know, have some extra money is to get food stamps and be on welfare. You know, that's not our only option, you know, and Trump has definitely showed that to us, you know, and I've talked to my babies about it. You know, like,
I don't mention that man's name on my show.
I just had to, but my kids, we talk about that. We talk about it. They got
caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from neighborhood to my name is Rob.
Okay. How's it going?
And I like to keep it that way because I just want to know how deep is that conversation gonna go?
What do you mean, Chris? I mean,
it's not very that serious.
What's not that serious?
The conversation.
What are we talking about?
I just call.
I know you don't know. Matt, can I hang up on him? Thanks for calling, bro. I appreciate it. That's somebody I actually know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Anyway.
Oh, he didn't fit me. I don't know him.
I know I do. Now, I just mentioned my dance crew, and he was part of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, "How deep you gonna go? What you gonna tell?
Yeah.
What y'all secrets?
I don't know what
y'all got secrets.
Oh, you know what? I ain't think about that. Maybe that is what he was talking about. What? How deep was I gonna go with my story? I was talking about being in the dance crew.
I don't know what he was in the dance crew. I can't.
Yeah. Anyway, Phone lines. I'm afraid to say this. Phone lines are open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Now, let me ask you this. Since you're doing steps, is it all, do you create all of it, or is this like part of your sorority steps?
No, I don't just do things from my sorority. I mean, I've been stepping for a while, so yes, I know a lot of steps within my organization. But my job is not to have all of them to be in my sorority, because all of them might not be a fit for my organization when they get older. So I have to have a broader, you know, mindset on that. So I learn steps from different organizations. I'll have different people coming in as well to teach the children. My brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, they come on a regular basis to help me out. Shout out to Roy, I love you. He always helping me out, teaching us some cane steps and things of that sort. Me and my girls, we come up with stuff ourselves. It's just a collaboration of a lot of things. We might see something and we come back and we try to, you know, tweak it ourselves, and then we do our own thing. So it's just a combination of a lot of stuff. Or my sorority sisters, they might send me something like, "Hey, I think y'all be hard doing this." Right. Shout out to Annie and Toya, Lee, Taryn. All of them have always volunteered. Bethany as well, always volunteered to come to the studio to teach the girls how to stroll and stuff like that. So that's what's up.
That's great. I like to hear. I like the fact that, first of all, you're giving them a little college experience before college, and not the book stuff, but the life stuff. I think that's really cool. So you automatically, when you get there, you're a little more comfortable than somebody that's probably not been involved in anything like that.
You really only have a couple of seconds to get their attention. They're either going to hate you right away or they're going to like you right away. These kids don't have no in-between.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have any in-between. So if you get them to like you right away, or not even like, be interested, look at you sideways. I love when kids look at me, turn their head like that, because I know I got them.
Right.
You know, I got them if they do that. So I'll get back to them. I'll ignore them to make them want to come back and talk to me. You know, eventually they will. So, like I said, it's just on the whole approach with the kid. They just love it.
So what's your like first move to grab their attention?
I dress real nice when I go to work. I'm moving, like I said today. But I make sure that I'm dressed real nice. I keep my hair cut nice. I make sure that I smell good. I smile, give them eye contact. You know, like I tell them, like, I at least got to make sure I look good. You got to have something nice to look at to make you pay attention. And they, like I say things to them to make them look at me sideways. You know, I said my job is to be one of the most consistent people in your life, but I'm not trying to be your mama, your daddy, all of that, because I'm not getting paid to do that. I'm getting paid to teach you how to be a winner in America. And so that's what I concentrate on. I teach them different things and stuff that has happened to me in my life and give them those examples, because my story is crazy. You know, and they take them stories and they go back and they talk to their mom and they ask their mother and they're like, "Ooh, you was right, Miss Yarbrough. I thought you was lying." No, I'm telling you the real, because I stay in the hood too. You know, I feel the pain. I know the pain. I'm in the struggle. You know,
I know that's right.
It's real.
So we on are we going okay? Because we got to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to hear a little bit about your story, about your...
Oh, Lord.
Share with us what you share with the kids.
I sure will.
We'll be right back after a tune or two.
Hi, this is Nina Hunt from Los Angeles, California. I listen to Let's Be Real with Greg Van Reeves, Thursday nights from 6 to 7 on Elevation Radio.
It's something different right now, man. This is true sound. Yeah, I know. It's for the grown and sexy right now. So all my grown folk, rock with me on this one, y'all. Hood love.
The way you walk and the way you talk, girl, you got me hooked, you got me shook, and I won't even lie. The way you are and the way I am is so different, but I wanna be a man. Girl, you're just my type. I never seen no one like you, but I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right, boo, for the night. But all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Ooh, the feeling's right, boo, just for the night, boo. And girl, can we kick it tonight? The way you smile, you shine so bright, you're such a star, it drives me wild. I'm really feeling your style. Your style. So sweet, so cold, so bad, so bold. Always new and never old. Girl, you know that you lonely, and everybody wanna be just like you. Most wanna one night you, but not me. I'm a G and I'ma keep it 100. I wanna talk to you and get to know you and maybe show you what a real man about. Bet you love it, no doubt, but tonight it's all about you. I never seen no one like you. I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right, boo, for the night. But all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Ooh, the feeling's right, boo, just for the night, boo. And girl, can we kick it tonight? Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Ladies tell the fellas like, boy, you're just my type. Boy, you're just my type. Hey, fellas tell the ladies like this, girl, you're just my type, and girl, you're just my type. Seen no one like you. I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right for the night. But all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it it tonight, tonight? Ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight, tonight? Ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Ooh, the feeling's right, ooh, just for the night, just for the night. Girl, can we kick it tonight?
And we are back to the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves show here on elevationsradio.com. And I am here with Desiree Yarbrough, and she was loving this music, so was I.
Yeah, I was jamming.
And we play this 24/7 here on elevationsradio.com. And in between, we got some real hot talk shows like the one you're listening to right now. So, Desiree. I just got,
you was about to call me Desiree.
Golly, what's wrong with me? Yeah, I'm getting old. Anyway, so you ain't got to tell us the whole story, but give us a little bit of what you give the children.
You said what now? Give you a little what now?
What you give the children. You said you tell them a little bit about yourself. Your
okay.
background.
So I just tell them that I was born here in Cleveland and from the projects, grew up in Longwood, the bricks. What you know about that? Grew up on 38 to Longwood, 35,
I know a little bit too much about the bricks.
My dad came there one summer and said, y'all coming with me? We packed all of our stuff and we went to Connecticut and we was there. I was there until 96 and then here I am back in Cleveland, been here ever since. Mm-hmm. But the main thing I talk about the kids is when I went to college. I graduated in 95 and Wright State University. Those was the days. Those was the days.
Okay.
That was the first time I had some freedom. First time out the house. And
Wright State is a Dayton area?
Dayton, Fairborn, Ohio. Went there for 1 year. Met some real good people. But got into a lot of trouble down there. Really didn't do what I should have did to further my education. I used it more of a time to be free. I grew up in a tight household, very strict household. So I didn't, should have been more prepared, when I went out here. Wasn't prepared for the world. So when I got out there, got into a fight with my roommate, beat my roommate up real bad and got caught stealing and some other little stupid stuff doing out there and got arrested, spent some time in jail. And that's where I start my story with the kids. I talk about the fight that I had with the young lady at school and how I went to jail for 90 days. And thank God my daddy had a black man with some money.
Right.
And, helped me out in a very prejudiced area in Greene County, helped me out and got me together. So my record wasn't messed up. So thank God for that.
The thing I like most about that story, besides the fact you had a father that was there, which a lot of people don't. I hate when people think that all black people's life story is the same.
No.
Like if you're black, you automatically are hood or ghetto or been in jail. Anyway, I like the fact that your story started in college because a lot of people push that thing about go to college and everything else is gravy. And your problems didn't start till you got to college, but you still overcame them.
I definitely overcame them, but I had my dad and my mom was very strict. They was very stern about supporting me during this time, which was none. Like if this the lifestyle that you want to live, the support that you're going to get from us is none. And from that day that I walked out of there, I said, this is something that I ain't never, ever going to do again. Because like I said, the conditions that I was under, and I was only 19 years old, and that was one of the worst things ever. So there'll never, ever be a day again where somebody take that away from me. And that's my freedom. So no.
It's funny, too, because 19 is that age where
you off the hook.
Legally you grown and you really believe you grown and you get woke up real quick. Certain things happen like, whoa, I was not ready for that one. Can I go back to 17 one more time?
One more time. Yes.
Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Now, with your experience with children, is there, always hear third grade, which is what, 8 years old?
8 years old.
That's the most important time to reach kids. And you feel that way?
Yes. Statistically, it's shown that if a child does not know all their basic things that they need educationally that they're taught from pre-K to third grade, they are not going to be successful when they pass third grade. They're either going to have a problem graduating from high school. If they do graduate, they're going to be in and out of jail.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very important by 3rd grade. My son's in 3rd grade right now. He's having a little issues, but I'm working real hard with him to make sure that he gets past that point.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just also a pride thing as well, because 3rd grade is around the time where a kid is beginning to know themselves. They have a little bit more responsibility, and if they can't go further with the rest of the kids, it's like a big setback. You know, and pride is something that these kids, they live big on that. You know, they got so much pride, and it's almost like you have to feed into their ego a little bit to make sure that you don't offend them and lose their respect. You know, so every individual. That's why I can't get into their names too much, because I can't spend too much time trying to figure out what your name is. You know, your circumstances is a little bit more. And I learned that from my pastor. Shout out to Dr. R.A. Vernon. I love him so much at the Word Church. Lady Vernon, all of them. I love my church. I swear to goodness I do. But okay, side note, sidebar, shameless plug, as my pastor would say.
That's okay.
But yeah, you just got to get their respect. And once you get that, you got everything.
Now, do you find yourself like, okay, in your step groups? I mean, wait a minute. Let me ask this first. Are they separated by age, or you got 7th graders stepping with 17-year-olds?
Oh, well, we learn together. Everyone learns together when it comes to stepping. But then when it comes time for us to get ready to prepare for different shows, there are age groups. So I do have an elementary team, a middle school team, and a high school team.
Oh, okay.
And the high school team loves helping out with the younger kids.
That's cool.
You know?
That's cool.
So we're just a big old family. We're a big family that works together, works hard, and we get on each other's nerves, you know, but we push through.
That's what family does.
That's what we do.
Get on each other's nerves.
Yes, we do.
Is there a particular age group that you feel like you have to put more focus on, that you have to be on top of more than the other?
As far as working with my step team, I'm going to say the older girls needs the most love. My older girls, they need all the love whatsoever to get to the next point of their lives, because they're learning themselves, they're smelling themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and my girls that my older high school girls, I've been around them for. How old is Maria? My oldest daughter, Maria, she's 16. So I've been around these girls at least for about 12 years. So I've been with them through a lot of the transitions of their life, and I'm learning as well. Like, these older girls is something that I don't know, because like I said, my oldest child is 16. But I know everything about these younger kids. I can, maneuver my way through that. But when it gets to these older girls, we're learning. I'm learning as well how to be patient with them. But they would have to be the hardest. But as a teacher, I would say the hardest grade is 4th and 5th grade. 4th through 6th grade is the hardest time. Is because they're so hard-headed, you know, and they're going through puberty. That's when they start growing little hairs and stuff. I don't put their business out, but that's when they start growing all this stuff, you know, and they, I'm about to be grown, you know, and you know, and that's what they get. And then you leave elementary school, because now elementary school is ending at like 5th grade, and middle school is like 6th grade now. So when you're in 4th and 5th grade, it's like you at the top of the school, you know, so you think you the mess.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I remember growing up, like starting at kindergarten, and by the time you get to about the 4th grade, like, I'm 2 years away.
Well, about stuff, man.
About to be
you smelling yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you get to 6th grade, you in a new place.
Tell me nothing in the 6th grade.
You know, you in a new school. You lightweight fresh meat in the 6th grade.
You almost starting back over from kindergarten.
You all over again. You know, and then when you get in the 7th grade, you just. Oh my goodness, I got these kids. This one kid named Carlos. I love him. I told him I was going to say his name online, so he going to hear it later. Somebody going to tell him.
All right, Carlos.
He is the most hard-headed young man I know in this world. He talked back so much. And Mitchell, I'm talking about you too. He in the 8th grade. I was getting the 8th grade, but 7th grade, definitely. But he's a hard-headed kid, but he's so smart. You know, he's so smart. And I don't know what he's doing when he's out of school, but he definitely got some swag to him. You know, so whatever he watching, whatever he's seeing, he got some swag. But I'm just worried about him making sure that he get to the next point.
Okay.
You know, because he feels that his swag is gonna get him through. But he's smart, so why you can't mix both of them?
Yeah.
You know? And like I tell him, I said, man, a woman gonna love that. Woman gonna love that swag and the smarts. That means you gonna have some money, brother.
Right.
You know? So come on.
Stop being so hard.
Stop.
Carlos.
But it's Black History Month, so my kids were watching the movie Roots. I sent the note home to all the parents to explain the movie to them. And I really feel this movie, my 4th through 8th grade students are watching it. I think this is going to change their lives.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is absolutely going to change their lives. I'm seeing children's lives changing right before my eyes, just seeing these things. And I'm not just teaching them this just so that they can, you know, see what happened to us as Black people, what we went through. I'm just showing them a story. You know, it's a story that reflects anybody. You know, you can watch this story and you can say, dang, that could happen in my household. You know, and then a lot of my Puerto Rican kings and queens down at Lincoln Park Upper Campus, shout out to them too. They didn't know that a lot of Africans went to their countries, you know, so they didn't even know that they got Africans in their blood. So now they're watching it like, dang. That's why I got all these different shades of people in my family. Yeah, baby, you got us in you too. So when you thought you did it, we was in you too.
Right. You know, my fondest memory of Roots was the last time my family like gathered together, all together every night for a week. I mean, even on a Friday night, when my brother and sister, when Roots came out, my brother and sister were teenagers already, and they were going out, you know, to dances and stuff. And they would stay in on a Friday night, and we as a family would watch Roots. And it showed, like, it doesn't matter if you don't know what tribe you came from, because we don't know. That all was stolen from us. But the African tradition of respecting your elders, doing what you're supposed to do in the family unit, that's all in there. So it doesn't matter what exact tribe you're from, because all the tribes are pretty much like that. We, in this country today, we throw our elders in nursing homes and pretty much see them when you get that call. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really. The whole reason I want to do this show, because we don't really respect our youth. They don't respect us either. So I'm trying to figure out how do we. And Roots is a perfect example of how you communicate. You communicate honestly, fairly. You know what I'm saying? But us, I guess we still got to be stern too. Oh, like you are as a teacher.
I had to come into the room on the first day of school. Like I said, I was dressed very nice, looked very smiling, smelling good, walking through the hallway. I get into my classroom and, you know, right away I expect certain things, and they got to know from day one what I want. I need you to stand up in your royalty. My boss, Brother Akil, we have to taught me a way to get everyone's attention when I come in the room by saying, I go, I may. You know, it's a call and response to get everyone's attention. You know, I say I go, you say I may, that means that you hear me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, you hear me. So I come in the room and I got a very deep voice anyway for a woman. So, you know, they're like, dang, that came from her. You know, and then from there I start pacing the room. I don't sit down. You know, and I check people left and right. And first day of school, at least 10 kids getting kicked out the room. You know, they want to leave the room, you know, and I applaud them when they leave. I clapped them on their exit. I said, who's going to, and that's what I say, who's going to have the best exit today?
Right.
Who has the best exit? What's the best exit? What you mean? So I just go back and forth because, like I said, I have standards. I have OCD too. So you gotta have those things to do it without you knowing. I need eye contact. You gotta stand up straight. Like I gotta have these things first. Yeah. You know. So that's how they see me, and then they just be dipping out one by one because they don't like it. But then after a while, they start peeking back in the room. Then they begging to come back in the room. No, baby, you got to come to the front. You got to deal with me for a little bit.
Right.
And that's where Mitchell come in. But Mitchell, we cool now, him and his sister. We good now.
Mitchell was the other one, not Carlos.
No, Mitchell, me and Mitchell went at it. Mitchell called me all type of names.
Oh, no.
Man, I'm going to knock you out, you mother. Yeah. But now me and Mitchell real good.
Okay. All right,
Mitchell thought that I wasn't going to be stern with him. He thought that I was going to let down my guards.
No,
I'm not going to do that.
Is that a key? I mean, of course, it's easy to say we can never give up, but how do we just keep going? You know what I'm saying? Like, as me trying to communicate with a young person is being disrespectful, and I'm getting angry. I'm ready, like, man, you know what? This ain't even worth it. but of course it is worth it. So what do we do to stay in the game?
These kids want to be acknowledged for who they are. They want you to listen to them. They want you to be able to respect what it is that they're telling you. And if it's something that you don't like, you got to still be able to let them know what the right thing to do without disrespecting them. You know, the big thing is respect with them. And I know that I keep saying, you gotta keep respecting them. So when they're doing something I don't like, I gotta tell them right away. And I don't care if it stops the whole class. I'm stopping the class and you about to get 5 minutes of me. You know, they already know it. You're gonna get it. You know, my introduction is only 5 minutes. So if you interrupt my 5 minutes, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds of why you disrespected my day. You know, it's like these seconds I'll never get back for the rest of my life that you took away.
Reclaim that time.
You know,
reclaim the time.
I'm just real with them, and they just like that. You know, I don't try to use too many big words on them. You know, they'll learn that in class. You know, I'm not that teacher. I'm not that teacher.
Well, I really appreciate what you do, all that you do, working with our youth, and I hope more of us can have the patience and drive to do the same thing and mend some of these relationships, because they are going to be in control of our lives.
The kids is going to be in control of our lives, and that's why I call them kings and queens. You know, they got to know that they can be something great. You know, and I remind them to wash their clothes. I remind them to brush their teeth. I remind them to brush their hair. Till these girls tell your mama them braids don't need to stay in your hair all that time. You know, like
we got to get them girls beat up.
No, I tell her it's a way that you say it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, instead of getting that red dye 40, parents, come on, y'all, we got to stop this red dye 40 with our kids. These hot fries, it's killing them. All right,
not the hot fries.
It enhances ADHD. It does. It's statistically known that it enhances ADHD. So if your kid already has the IEP at school and they're having a problem learning, and you're sending them to school every day with hot fries, and you're sending them every day with red drinks, and you're sending them with all of this stuff, Reese Puffs, believe that, they got red dye 40 in it. All of this stuff that we eat and that is in our neighborhoods, when you first walk in the door, all them Tropicanas, you know, all this rich red and oranges in our neighborhoods that they're giving us. It's killing our children. They're not even able to get their minds together. So if you bring your kid, send your kid to school with red dye 40, I throw it away. They're not able to come into my class with it.
I know that's right.
Can't even walk in the door with it. So
we need all your infos. You got any websites, any numbers, emails that they can contact you?
We are on Facebook, D Square Studios. We're on there, and we're also on Instagram as well under D Square Studios. D Square Step Team, I love y'all. Hopefully we could get some more people to come out and try out for there. Our classes is every Saturday. We're at the studio from 2:30 to 6 o'clock. Classes are from an hour and 45 minutes. $25 for registration, $7 for each class. Also, we got a step show coming up on April 6th. It's going to be at Shaw High School. Shout out to Miss Corley for allowing us to be able to use that facility over there. Also, my sans, Miss Andretisha Munn Fitzgerald. Had to give her a shout out as well. Right. Also, at Noble Academy will be, our step show is April 6th as well. I think I said that. Yes, I did. I'm just trying to get everything out that we got going on. Who Run It dance competition that's coming up this fall, August the 10th. I am collaborating prayerfully with St. Martin de Porres. I'll be doing that, and just look out for me. A Mother's Day thing I got coming up. I just got a lot of stuff, so just please go to my website. I should have wrote all this down, but yeah, thank you.
Okay, well we're gonna definitely anything you're doing, I'm gonna promote on my page, on my Let's Be Real page.
Thank you so much.
I want to post one of those videos because I love seeing step shows anyway, but watching little kids do it is just, I don't know.
And I'm so glad that you said that before I get off. I do. I had a professional company. Hopefully that's the video that you've seen. A company from Chicago, well, not Chicago, excuse me, LA, came to Cleveland, and they wanted to they did a pilot on me and my girls.
Oh, really?
So yes, we have a pilot video, and we've been pushing it out like crazy, trying to get more people to like the video, so that we can maybe have our own reality show right here out of Cleveland. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Thank you, God, for bringing it back to
that
my
would be amazing.
So that's what we're trying to do. So maybe I'll put that out to you so you can see what you could do with us. But yeah, they got everything. They just need people to like it and love it, and so that one of these networks or something will pick it up, and then hey, we out there.
There you go.
Hey, check that out. How I forget that?
Right. Man, that's cool. We need to start our own production company here in Cleveland.
Hey, what's up?
That's what we need to do for real.
And then another company came out and did a video for us down at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think. Did I see that one?
That was my girls were dancing on that one.
I saw one where you were in front of John Hay, trying to get people to donate for something.
Yes, we always go out right before we go to Atlanta to ask for more money to get our girls down there, because the trip is over like $25,000, and I mean because. It's just a lot of us going, and we got a lot of rooms, and there's bus and food.
Yeah, but that sounds like a great investment, though.
Yeah,
for the future of our kids.
Oh yeah, I love it. I thank God that He's instilled this in me. I mean, it took a while to know what it is that I was supposed to do, but I know that I was put on here to impact these children, and not just here in Cleveland, but I really feel that it's supposed to be a global situation.
That's great.
So that's what I'm aiming for.
So real quick, how many cities are represented in the Atlanta thing?
I'm gonna say about 30 cities is down there.
And they're all stepping.
And these children, they in there. And if the energy in there, it is so high. And shout out to Adam once again for putting this together. The National Step League Break the Stage, our Ohio Championship. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And just when you go down there and you see all these children passionate about stepping, passionate about their team, and, you can just see a whole bunch of little fraternity and sorority kids just coming out, it just feels great. It makes me feel good that I put all this in it. I just be crying. I'm a big crybaby now when I get home.
I don't know how anybody can watch a step show and not get pumped.
Man, it's a great energy.
You know what I'm saying? It's just looking at it, just period, anywhere. And I've never seen like somebody stepping and I was like, yeah. Get it.
Man, I get my gang face on, man. My kids know Miss Yarbrough ain't playing today.
Oh, and by the way, little birdie told me, I heard that you could sing.
Oh, man.
Are you singing for your birthday?
Yes, I will be at Frederick's Wine and Dine for my birthday. It's to work there. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Fred Parks and Isaiah and everybody down there. Yes, I'll be doing that. I used to gig with a band called The Unit. Nate, hey.
Yeah,
you see, I can give everybody a quick little shout out.
Right.
I used to sing with The Unit for a long time, and my family, everybody knows me for singing. That's what everybody knows me for. I'm so modest. I wish that I would promote myself more, but I really don't.
I'm trying to promote
I appreciate you. I thank you. I got to get used to doing this more.
So when is your birthday? When can they come see you sing at Frederick?
February 23rd, 9 o'clock. I got a couple of friends coming to sing for me. Mary Allen, my favorite poet, rapist, lyricist, Sam Poetry. He'll be there.
We had this girl on the show, but I'm about to change your mind about favorite poet. I'm a poet, so.
Oh, okay.
No, Sam Poetry though. He's
man, that dude is raw, man.
Music on. He's cold.
He's cold.
He's cold for real.
He's cold. I pray that he make it out here. But I know I also do the band calendar at Frederick's Wine and Dine, so I know so many people within the music industry.
Williams Project.
I know everybody. I hire all of them for Mr. Parks for his calendar.
Spirit Plus. Them is
Spirit Plus. Everybody know me. I'm just like I say. I just be behind the scenes girl.
Yeah. Well, you're out front today.
Hey, what's up?
So real quick, I'm gonna run down this little stuff because we've been gone for 2 weeks. Like I said, Mother Nature got mad at us and beat us up a little bit, and the gas company was playing games with us and stuff. So anyway, a couple of things that happened while we were gone. The government shut down. Only reason I bring it up is because we might be right back there next week. Hopefully not, but that dude, I call him that dude in the White House. I never mention his name because it shouldn't be mentioned with the title president. But anyway, Enough about him. You want to say something about him?
Only thing that I'm going to say is how are we protecting our country, but we're messing up the people within the country? But okay, we could go to the next one.
That could be.
Hey, Tiff, I love you. Thank you so much for introducing me to him. This is awesome.
And Chris Brown. This summer, the initial reports on him was he was detained in Paris for rape. It was also the same time he became the youngest artist ever to own his own masters. And they dropped the charges on the rape. So y'all quit talking about Chris on that tip. The man is the youngest artist ever to own his own masters. And Chris Brown got some hits. So his masters is worth some ends.
Man.
So I know
that was the reason. Well, let me stop because I don't know it all. But isn't that the situation with Michael Jackson? Wasn't that a big thing with him about his masters and Prince and all of them?
Well, Michael had bought the Beatles. Mike owned everybody's masters, and they was mad. He got his own and the Beatles. Paul McCartney was mad. Okay. Oh, I got 30 seconds. I got to go. One more thing I want to mention. Adrian Browner, you need to shut up. You need to quit boxing. Yeah, he got beat up while we were gone. Anyway, so thank you so much. I got to have you back,
yes.
Miss Desiree Yarbrough.
I really enjoyed this.
And like I always say, develop your hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through. And always, always believe in you. Peace and love, fam.
Love you, Michael Morea.
Yo, this that poetry in motion, flowing like the ocean. Folks is overdosing, yeah, I know I got you open. Don't front like a blunt, you can roll it up and smoke it. Poke it in your bloodstream or sniff it till your nose drip. Like Pookie in that New Jack City movie. Get G money, make these honeys bust like Keisha with the Uzi till I